the recording started, get the screen share up. We got a little long setup going on, right? Right? What do you think about that? I mean, obviously, there's not really anything we can do besides long, right? 2 minute is probably the best. Yeah, two and one closing would be good. Draw on liquidity, who knows? I don't know. I mean, this is where we start using like fib projections. I like this 3 minute here. Send that up. -1 lines up there. -2 lines up with the high. Sure, that works for me. And then maybe we go all the way to -2.5, be -4. But yeah, I think the 2 minute is the best, not the 5, not the 3. 2 minutes more obvious than both of those. That way we go high again without touching the 1/5 15 minute. Yeah, you'll be surprised. But yeah, dream scenario I guess would be a pullback to there and then down, send it back up. Why the 2 minute more obvious? So if you look, your eyeballs, right? My eyeballs at least are telling me, okay, this 2 minute gap is bigger than the 3 minute gap. And it's also bigger than the 5 minute. That's why. What's up, Azza? Exactly, exactly. How do I draw my fib projections? I use the bodies of the manipulation leg, and whichever's the last manipulation leg, usually confirmed by a CISD, is where I think price will go. But until we get the CISD, there's no real confirmation that we'll use that manipulation leg as our like leg to use for projecting where price will go next. End dog. Uh, I mean, it'd be nice to get back to there, but we're not bearish, so. My condition to become bearish would probably be if we got the 1 hour inverse. How does this 1 minute look? The 1 minute up, I don't know, it's probably an A minus setup. Anything up here is probably A minus. By the way, today I have that little lesson about drawing liquidity and stuff for us to go over. I did the first presentation with the mentorship students earlier this week, and now I've gotten it pretty polished so we can talk about it today. If price decides to slow down. So stick around after 10 o'clock. I'm guessing that's when we'll have the opportunity to do it. And then, maybe we'll wrap up early today if there's not really too much going on. Is Dodge not streaming? Not today. It's going to be me. So, Drippy King, I run the PM streams in the Discord. And I also help Dodgy out anytime he needs coverage for AM. So if he's busy or, he's on vacation or whatever, so you got me for today. Assuming no A plus setups up here in the range. Yeah, simply because the draw on liquidity isn't that good, right? And we'll go into more detail later today about how important a good draw on liquidity is for determining a good setup. And this just isn't it, right? Yeah, about the 1 minute, I was just saying it'd be like an A minus setup. What up?
Dude, we have like no draw liquidity anywhere.
I was just telling
Hmm. What are we gonna do, bro?
Well, if we could turn this 3 minute into a CISD, maybe we just use bid projections. And I like how -1 lines up with this high, -2 lines up here, and maybe we go to like 460 at -4, but taking it back up maybe.
Yeah. Mhm.
What you up to? Oh, really, Gillis? True. Rate the 5 minute. I think the 2 is better, and it would be like an A-.
This is a DOL Pro.
Would I take this setup on funded? Uh, Probably not. Like if it was a funded account that I cared about, probably not. I show my fib settings, sure. Another reason why I wouldn't take this unfunded is because the momentum is pretty slow here. Can I explain order blocks? Yeah, so basically what an order block is an area in price where we have like efficiently traded price action. So in order to confirm an order block, we need to see either an up close or down close candle that gets closed above or below the open of the candle. So in this case here, we have the up close candle, right? And then when we close back below it, that creates our order block. This area of the order block is considered efficiently traded, right? So from 342 to 356. So if price is going to become bearish here, we would expect price to tap the efficiently traded price action and head lower, because the goal of price is to go from efficiently traded price action to inefficiently traded price action. So right here, you can see price taps the order block with this wick, reject, right? Now, what's important note about order blocks is not every single candle is treated the same. So like this right here is obviously a good order block. You can see price respect it with the bodies and heads higher, right? This is a bullish order block. We close above here. This isn't that good of an order block, right? It's pretty small, pretty insignificant. Not every order block is created equal. The more pronounced they are, the better they are. That's about it. Is this play good? I'd give it like a plus setup because the momentum more than premium and there's not a good draw. But FU longs work at all-time highs. So kind of take it at your own discretion. What you could do, tighten up your risk on this trade, is put a hard stop at that low, because there's no reason for us to go back that low if we're going to be bullish here. Kind of going back on that whole order block idea, right? If we're going to remain bullish, this should be respected. And so that prevents you from like having a hard stop all the way down here. And yeah, it just makes it a lot better to try and, get better RR here. Yeah, we're still bullish, Sal. Victor, did that kind of answer your question? Shouldn't I wait for the CISD? You want a higher probability play, yeah. Right now, this play is probably like 55-45, 51-49. It's probably just barely winning. What is CISD? Change in state of delivery. The gist of it is basically just an inverse manipulation. Like that's like the most simple definition. And the way that we would use it Am I in this? No, I did not enter this. Maybe I will. Order rejected. I forgot to create my group. There's gonna be better setups with like better draws and liquidity, but yeah, I don't know. Like this setup, what did I rate it? B plus? Like, do you take B plus setups unfunded? Kind of up to you. I just wait for like the 930 to swing, wait for that volatility to come in. You'll probably get a better setup. Does the 1 minute equal lows on MES matter? No. So not only do equal lows on ES not matter, but you should always just chart based on what the uh indice, like the mini chart, is doing. So NQ or ES obviously. What do I think of the 5 minute on gold? Take a look. I need more momentum, but could be something. I like the liquidity sweep there. Already took an Asia high, but maybe we go to PM high next. Yeah, I don't need it. I think today I'm just gonna play low hanging fruit. Just go for like 1 hour setups. Maybe leave like a runner if we get good momentum. You explained building a buffer on funded accounts. Yeah, it's just want to build buffer. Like you want to have some reserve left over after you take a payout. Some prop firms require buffers before requesting a payout, like Apex does, and I think Top Step might. By the way, Top Step changed their payout rules again. Their overall account rules. So yeah, use Lucid, use Tradeify. Am I in this? I might be. Oh, I just got filled actually. I might actually be a top ticker, guys. I might be a certified top ticker. Oh, that was easy. And I'm done for the day. Yeah, exactly, Victor. What does that wick candle mean? I have no idea. I don't know if that was news or what that was, but yeah. Um, yeah, we have like no news today. I mean, we have like consumer sentiment, but that shouldn't really matter. But yeah, this was probably a break-even trade for those of you that took this because when we hit this high, well, actually, we made equal highs. I mean, I guess it's up to you. But on M and Q, we hit it, so you probably would have went break-even off that and just not realized, and then yeah, we tapped into a 15-minute above. Okay, then yeah, for sure, you probably would have been break-even unless you had a really good fill like I did. But it's okay if you're not break even. We'll probably go back up and hit the equal highs anyway. So I wouldn't really worry about it. Hold
Yo,
on.
I'm done.
Oh, you're done for the day too? Oh man, that's crazy. Look at my executions.
I literally just took 1 hour and I'm done. I don't even know how to show my executions. One second. I took it in the Tenacity Live, so I'm gonna request a $2,000 payout. It's just because I don't want to trade this anymore. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Wait, let me see your executions.
I put them in chat.
Nice.
Dude, I literally told everyone in chat, I'm like, I'm going for 1 hour today. Like, there's just
Yeah, literally. I ain't going for any more than that.
Yeah.
Dude, I got stop break even, then I re-entered. And
Yeah.
then we got the I'm like, I like the retest. I like the reaction of the retest.
I mean, if you entered on the 2 minute close, it was technically negative RR, but like I got a way better fill than that. Like,
Dude, I base it off the 30-minute.
okay.
I mean, we're all time highs. We're delivering from a fair value gap. I mean, there's just no way that wasn't gonna work.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know how to turn on my. Oh, I see risk.
What setup was it? This 2 minute inverse. And then your stop loss was, at the low of this order block here. But I waited for a better entry so I could get good risk to reward with the high.
Yeah.
But I rated it a B plus setup. I mean, if you guys aren't gonna take B plus setups, that's fine.
I thought it was I think it was 8+ objectively because all time highs.
Okay.
There's really no draw on liquidity.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's fine. I rated it B plus because we don't have a good draw and we had like bad momentum on the close, I'd say. But
Yeah.
we're at all time high, so it probably works. Like you said.
Yeah. For sure.
I still think it goes up because of the equal highs now.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll see you later.
All right. See you later. There's 5 minute relative equal lows. I wouldn't worry about them. These ones, I think you mean. Yeah, they're not that important because we're reacting off the 15. Yeah, Gillis, that's how we got the 800 and 600% options trades the other I guess a few weeks ago. How are the FEG below? Yeah, I know. So dream scenario I said would be like us coming down to tap that before heading higher. Nah, it's actually worse than that, Neo. I don't influence politics. I am politics. I'm a part of the Mossad.
Yo, put that in trade recaps.
Okay.
Or for your trade recaps.
I'll be trading today still. By the way, first day in here, this is my first impression of you. Oh, my bad. I'm not really good at first impressions. How about we try second, third, and fourth impressions when I call out like a banger trade, and then we'll see. But yeah, so in normal scenarios, guys, when we're not like at all time highs and there's not all this Trump war news and whatever going on, I won't go break even if we create equal highs at the break even. So in this scenario, I might have actually waited until we hit these equal highs before going break even again. But obviously, I was already out of the trade, so. How many accounts do I copy trade? How many accounts do I have total, or how many do I copy trade at a time? Because those are two different numbers, but I'll just give you both. I usually copy trade 5 at a time. I like segmenting my accounts so that I spread my risk out across multiple groups. And that way, if I have like a technical issue or I have a psychological blunder or whatever, it's not affecting all of my accounts. But in total, I have 5 Tradeifys, 5 Lucids. I blew my Alpha account, so I don't have that anymore. And then I have 20 Apexes. So I'm up to 30 accounts total. Can you explain this trade which you and Dodgy took? Oh, it's just a 2-minute inverse coming off the 15-minute gap. When we're at all-time highs, longs just tend to work. So I just longed here with like very light risk. I only risked like half the normal amount I do. And I got like a pretty good fill. So I took the trade for like 12 points of risk. And if we would have hit this low, I would have stopped out. Thankfully, like I caught a snipe and then I just took it up to this high. And then it filled me on MNQ because we actually wicked past this high on it, MNQ, but not an NQ. That's about it. I didn't have 5 alphas. I just had the one, and I was just gambling. I got them up, or I got the account up to $1,800 profit, and then I just went on like a really bad losing streak. Lost it. But I was trading like a mini each time. Yeah. I had like a win, and then I had like a $400 loss, and then I have like a win, and then I have like a $600 loss, and then I have like a win, and then like another loss. Then I have a break even, and then like 2 losses. Yeah, just lost it. How many funded trades did you take this month, brother? I have no idea. Select is better, yeah, Neo. Yeah, if you guys are gonna get any Tradeify accounts, I think my code gives like a pretty good discount. It might be slightly better than Dodgy's, I'm not sure, but you guys can check that for yourself. Do you think I should take a payout with a buffer of 2K on Lucid? Yeah, you can do that. That's what I've done in the past. Normally, the way that I take my payouts on Lucid is I'll go payout number 1 is 2K balance, 1K payout, and then I run that balance up to a 3K balance. I'll take 1.5 payout, and then I'll run it up to 4. And I will take a 2K. How much do I risk? I normally risk like 200 per trade, 250. This one I risk 125 on. Is Dodgy going to be live streaming? Nah, it's going to be me for today. But it's okay. We're going to go over some draw and liquidity educational stuff. We're going to go over, I guess the stream, and make sure that we find another setup because I'm done for the day doesn't mean you guys are. And yeah, my dream scenario for right now is just looking for like a Judas down. Hopefully keeping these equal highs intact. Because if we generate liquidity here and we come down and take these lows, how good would a long be back up? Do you guys imagine that? We leave these intact? That would be perfect. You send me a pic of your whip so I can LARP. I mean if you want. send you a picture. Do you want the Camry or do you want the Sienna? Using code reliable made me my first 10K. Guys, there it is. The Camry. All right. We catching the trade of the day? Yeah, we are. The trade of the day is going to be if we come down and retap these lows and then get along. Is it ever a risk more? I would just risk 1 hour. How long have I been a full-time trader? I've been a full-time trader since 2023. Pop out at Xanabam tonight. I'm going to be in Chicago. Is that in Chicago? Would I rate the 1 minute short? F minus because we left triple equal highs above. Did I ever try to build buffer quicker with bigger size? Am I reading another chat? No, I'm reading this chat. Yeah, I do jet. Like sometimes on those no consistency fundeds, I'll just full send like 1 or 2 minis and just like get a quick buffer. How do I explain to people what I do when they think it's scamming? Just say that you make internet money, or like, just say that you gamble for you're a professional gambler, or just say like you run an online business or something. I don't know. That's what I do. I just say I run an online business, and then if they ask more questions, I'm just like, yeah, I just run like an online community. I'm just like an online community manager, and I get paid for that. They're like, oh, that's cool. If I start telling people I day trade, they're like, oh yeah, I tried that once. Yeah, yeah, that's super cool. What do you do? And then you have to like explain to them your whole thing, and then they're like, yeah, isn't it gambling? And then you have to explain to them this and that, whatever. Then you have to tell them about prop firms. It's just like, it's just way easier to just lie. Yeah, I traded Bitcoin one time. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I did it when it was like GameStop or whatever, or they say like, yeah, I have some Dogecoin. Can I send you $70? How much can you make? Yeah, exactly. Dude, can you teach me? Yeah, dude. Yeah, let me just do you know like what a futures exchange is? Do you know like what a broker is? Oh, you don't? All right, well, we gotta start from square one then. The last time I had that conversation was at the car dealership because I actually had to tell them what I did because I had to prove my income, and then I had to have the conversation. Are we bullish or bearish today? Bullish, but kind of neutral right now. How long did it take for me to get my first payout? When I started trading futures, it took me 4 months. Ask them how do they know what Wall Street is if they don't know. Wait, true. True, Tom, true. How long did it take you after your first payout to become consistent? I would say I became consistent after a year. Yeah, this dude was like 34, this car salesman I was talking to. And he was like telling me about how his buddy does it. And his buddy was making like 750 a year doing it. I'm like, yeah, I'm not quite there yet, but one day. How many accounts did I blow before getting a payout? I think I blew like 5. Did I learn from Dodgy when I started? Yeah, when I started trading futures, but I was trading like options beforehand. We have a 1 minute and a 2 minute and a 5 minute backup. Obviously, I think it would be better if we re-swept out this low, but if we got the longs here, I guess that'd be fine. We have the 9:30 wick coming up. Genuinely, if you wanted to gamble, like the 9:30 open, you could just take the 1 minute with a stop here and a TP here, and I feel like it would probably work for 1 hour. But I mean, it's also you're gambling the 930 open, so you know, if you're a gambler, I guess. How much did I risk at the start? Like 200. Me personally, I'm not a gambler. Like I'm gonna wait for the low here, and if I don't get it, then I don't get it. Especially if we get the order block here on the close. You're gambling on your funded. Well, good luck, man. Would you say is the best way to prevent revenge trading? The best way to prevent revenge trading is to stop whatever gets you to the point where you need a revenge trade before you get there, right? So for me, what it used to be in the past is I would try and take setups towards draws on liquidity, but I wouldn't take it with the entry model, and I would like long way do I had premium whatever, just because I had like a hunch or a conviction that we would go up. Kind of like in a scenario like this, but ultimately I'd be wrong, and so I would take a loss, and it wouldn't be like a crazy loss. It would only be like 150 bucks, but that would be like the trigger because I'd be like, why would I do that? Like that was so stupid. I could have just waited. And then I would like take like I would cope and I'd like try and take like the next setup, right? So preventing yourself from like taking unnecessary losses is like step one to preventing revenge trading. And then after that, it's just like building a a good system to prevent psychological blunders. So whatever that would be best for you to have in place is what you should use. Um, Obviously there's a lot of different systems that you can put into place, like having a daily loss limit or sticking to only taking one trade or whatever it would be. But yeah. Do I stay in Cali? No, I'm in Michigan right now. But yeah, W gamble. There's a 30-second backup here coming off of the 1 hour gap now that we've formed. Still think coming down to this lower 1 hour would be good, but if we V-shape the 30-second here, I mean obviously that'll probably work, right? Yeah, here's the 30-second V-shape. The break even would be AM high, right? Like the 930 wick here. No close there. Gotta wait for the next candle. This would be probably A plus, right? It's not really aligned with time, right? So that's pretty important. Bias momentum time model. Um, if we got like the candle close in the singular candle, like that would be good momentum. It would align with bias. Then we'd have the model. So it's probably still good enough to take even without time. But yeah, normally we would see price, um, obviously reverse during the Judas swing time, which is like 10 o'clock. And this is not that, right? So if this loses, it's because it's not aligned with time. And then did we run into like a 1 or 2 or anything? Yeah, no. Yeah. Um, but yeah, like I said, A plus setup. So that works for you for a funded. Obviously, break even's gonna be that 930 wick, and gonna try and target the equal highs here. Yeah, ES looks really bearish here. We're just kind of not aligned at all. Like there's definitely some sort of discrepancy here between ES and NQ. So we just need the two to be aligned again, and then once they're aligned, I think this is gonna rip. I like how the 30-second inverse is being respected here. There's the break even for the 30-second long, and then you're just gonna target obviously the equal highs. Like I said, pretty good A plus setup. If you wanted to scale some, you could, but I'm probably not going to simply because it's equal highs.
Banger, bro.
I rated it A+, man. I thought it was pretty good.
The equal highs too.
Yep. Yep.
My indicator alert as well.
I'm break even already.
Nice. Yeah, I'm in on paper,
Okay.
just because I don't trade anymore. But
Yeah.
if I didn't take the first trade, this is the trade I would have taken.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna scale at this first high, even though I probably should, since I said that
Yeah, I
1 hour thing earlier.
shouldn't.
But with equal highs, it's like,
I
why would you?
yeah, exactly.
So hopefully we get the 1 minute CISD here. Good close over that. Should just confirm the equal. Why did I not want the equal lows ran from 7 a.m.? Because we're respecting the 15 minutes still, so I don't need to see those lows hit.
Will this be a break even trade? Let's see.
Probably. That reaction was not good.
Yeah, we need to break the 5 minute
Yeah.
and the 2 minute.
Yeah. Oh, I got break even. Darn.
Rip.
We're just a little uncorrelated right now. ES is like really bearish.
Uh,
Well, guys, the good news is the draw and liquidity is still intact. So as long as it's still intact, I think we could get a good setup long. Yeah, it's unfortunate. And of course, like it's gonna pump, right? You gotta go break even though, like after how many points was that? 38 or something? No, 37. So SMT at the low and internal here. Oh, nice, Evie. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I should have stuck to my hunch earlier and just taken the 1 hour, but it's okay. Equal highs are like something I feel like you have to target.
I think if we close above 27,230, it'll go.
Yeah, yeah, because that would give us the CISD. But also CE of that weekly left behind. Kind of.
Well, if we close above 27,230, there's a little 30-second BPR that we left that we'd be closing above. So that's like the barrier. I don't know if you see it.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, like that.
It would be closing over this 15 too. And we'd be getting the order block here on the 1 minute. Yeah, this could work. Anyone got advice on how not to be stuck in eval jail? All right, well, if you use this might help. Every time you buy an eval using our code, you're giving money to both me and Dodgy and the prop firm. And you don't want to give us your money. So just maybe lead with that mindset, and like that'll be like a good enough like motivator to not blow accounts.
Yeah. All right, ready? It should rip here.
All right.
Right here. We just closed above that 30-second BPR. All right, go break even here. It's got to blast through this, bro. We should not stall. There's equal highs above, so that's why I had to go break even here. Because if I'm right, I'm right. It's got to rip through this 923 30-second gap.
Oh,
Ready?
this should be money. Uh-oh. No. Wait.
Nah, we chilling, we chilling, we chilling. It's gonna go ahead, bro.
Even the 1 minute there gave us the CISD too, which is so good.
Yeah. It's gonna be a pretty giant candle when it runs this. All right, ready? It's gonna be probably the next like candle, I'd guess. Wait, did we just form equal high? Yeah, we just formed more equal highs at 257 too.
Yeah. We did.
Uh,
Guys, somebody on a live account, please start buying. Just full port.
all right, ready? Come on, market. You know you want to hit these equal highs. All right, ready? It's gonna do it now.
Oh my god.
Ready?
W jigs.
Come on. Nah, just wait.
Guys, look at this unfilled gap.
All
Gonna come
right,
back
maybe
to
not.
it.
Maybe not a good sign here. Dude,
We're gonna get knocked out. There it is. Knocked out break even.
I would not go break even. I would have
I
changed my break
know.
even. I was saying, this is too. I would have like changed my break even after I saw the unfilled gap form because I would. No, I know that break even's not saving me. Like 100%, that's not saving me. All right, ready? It should hit now. All right, it's gonna hit on this candle. About to form this order block here. This like there's triple equal highs. Like I would have gone break even initially, but then I would have taken it away after I saw we left the unbalanced gap. So I'm like, okay, we can go tap into this, and this is still okay with me. You know, you just have to be okay with us like going to tap into that gap and understanding there's equal highs above.
Dude, I should have went break even when we made the equal highs at the gap there.
Bro, no way this is not hitting, dude. Oh, we didn't close above the 1 minute. Oh, wait, yeah, we did. See, now there's a 1 minute at 9:39.
Yeah. I'm gonna feel
Bro.
better. Okay, I would have definitely been break even there. There's just no chance.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't say I'm not in this play, so I'll be looking for a 1 minute gap bounce here.
We had an SMT at the high there.
Yeah.
Oh, and adding here. Actually, good point, Sammy. Let me just long every single micro I have. What was I thinking? 50 back down, maybe?
All right, another 30-second back up. Right.
Ew.
Damn.
Why is it dumb fake? Ew.
Hey, we still got the trial liquidity.
Well, the break even saved.
Yeah. Now we got like another 30-second maybe.
Yeah.
This is what happens on Fridays. I'm so glad I'm done.
Yeah, we just had to catch that little move right there, and that was good enough, I guess.
Yes, sir. Now, I would have removed my break even at 9:41 when we re-tapped into that gap, and then I would have added my break even again when we re-hit the internal high at 9:42.
Ooh, that's 1 hour. 1 minute BPR. Inverse back up. No liquidity sweep, but who cares?
30-second playback up here.
What is BPR? Balanced price range. A lot of videos on YouTube about it, but it's just a gap overlapping another gap, basically. Bearish and a bullish gap overlapping.
All right, ready? Who's ready for this to be ran? 30-second long about to be activated. I like how we're still holding that initial range opening. That's a really good sign.
Yeah.
Because it tells us the market still knows that the eagle highs are there. So that's one way I know it's gonna go here. All right, no close there. Right? Come on, we just need this 30 seconds. Get close to the tick. Maybe it's like waiting on news or something.
Somebody asked why 30-second and not the 1 minute.
I mean, we still have good enough liquidity, so the 30-second triggers are probably gonna go anyways.
Okay.
You know?
Like in the off chance the closes don't align.
Yeah. Like the equal highs are just gonna be a magnet no matter what time frame closes, if we get the close.
Sure.
Well,
Gold long is sexy. Oh, is that the 5 minute we talked about earlier? Oh yeah, wow, look at that. Yeah, that's not bad. I like that momentum. See, I think I remember earlier I was saying, yeah, for this gold long, you just need good momentum. I mean, what's better than a singular candle inversing?
still in the
See, how is big tech doing today? Microsoft, fine. Tesla had a bad day yesterday. All right, Tesla's doing better. Nvidia, you guys said was doing well, right? Oh, kinda. We got the 1 minute. Hey, macro time. Macro time will run liquidity.
yeah.
Ooh,
All
good
right, 30
momentum.
second close. We should rip here.
Wait, I'll try it again. Wait, fine, no close. Does
Damn.
this mean I passed? Let me take a look. Activate Express funded account. Yes, you passed. Congratulations. See the red line above price at 27,265? It's what kept us kind of down. True. Well, those are all the orders that are gonna get ran when we hit the equal highs.
Come on, market. I want to be ran.
It just means you have no active accounts, I think, Aiden, because you have to activate the account, the Express account, in order to get funded. You have no active accounts because you haven't activated the one funded. And it might take a while for the account to get activated, right? All right, there's the close. Should be good to go. I didn't get my entry. Nice. It's going to go without me. Funded.
All right, ready? Pump it.
Oh my gosh. When I went to market enter, it was like already up 5 points, so I just set a limit. Hopefully it comes back to the open of the candle. Oh, nice. All right, I got filled. Okay, well, guess I'm not going to miss this trade. Did we get the 30-second close above? We did not. That's not a good candle either. Want to see that? No. I think we're going to be okay with the macro time. Macro should send this. Hopefully, right? Right?
Bro. I want this run, bro.
Oh no. It's cooked, guys.
It's just literally, this is just engineering. Dude, thank God I'm done, bro. Holy shit. All right, we got another potential 30-second here.
Well, I'm about to take my first loss of the morning, I think.
Dude, we have another 30-second here, maybe.
Ugh, I got cooked.
Dude, I'm still in my paper trade long from the first entry.
True.
I think it's gonna stop me out though. Look. Top tier paper trader right there. I still think this goes, bro. I think we maybe hold this area. We'll see. We'll see.
Here, these are my executions. Technically, this is a break-even play, right? No, we never hit the internal high on the 1 minute. So...
Wait, Reliable, why do you take this if you're already done for the day?
Because I just took it with a micro. So I took the first play with 5 micros. I'm just messing around. I ended up losing like $74 on that. So I'm still up 188 on the day. I'll probably take one more play, and if that loses, I'll just be done.
Gotcha.
I just like the equal highs, you know?
These eagle highs are gonna hit, bro. This is like 100% conviction play.
Yeah. Like now I think maybe we get a resweep of the low, and then we get 10 a.m. reversal, and then we get like A++ setup. And that I actually, I don't know. If we got that, I'd probably take it with more than a micro.
Hey, let's go, Aiden. Can we get a W for Aiden becoming a top set funded trader?
W Aiden.
Absolute W. Good job. All right, that initial inversion just held to the left. Let's see if he pulls off this.
Hey, you know what's nice, Aiden? You got the old funded account rules, so you can still request, I think, up to 5K on whatever account you passed.
What about the opening gap below?
They're talking about
I
the new
mean,
day.
bro, I don't really care about the opening gap. I just care about the equal highs. The equal highs are gonna hit. It's just a matter of I don't know when. And historically speaking, Fridays are my worst day. So thankfully I took the trade pre-market, but Fridays are my worst day because my timing at Fridays is not good at all.
We hit the 1 hour.
Especially after like a good week. And you guys have heard me say this a million times on Fridays, but Fridays after a good week are like one of the most difficult things to time.
This 30-second
Dude, why
maybe?
was everyone clowning? Dude, everyone was clowning or playing a trade recaps.
Dude, what the heck, man?
Dude,
A banger.
ICT noted 27,063. He's bearish.
Oh. Wait, ICT's trading this morning? That's why that play didn't work.
Yeah. I wonder why he's bearish.
I don't know. I guess he wants this
I
like
see the level.
low.
I see the level he noted. It's a pretty good level. All right, if we like close below this 15-minute, we'll probably go to ICT's level. This is where I take options. Dude, I'm gonna request my $2,000 payout tonight and show it to everyone. And the thing that's stupid about it else is going to be able to get a payout because no one else is on a live account Audacity.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know how that whole tenacity payout process works, because if it's actually decent, I might try an account with them.
I mean, bro, it's worth just getting the comp because
Yeah.
literally, if you're paid, it's better. As long as the comp is you're in profit, you get paid.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Decent.
Guys, we might have to fade ICT here. I'm not going to lie. If this 1 minute inverse prints, I'm probably going to take it. And then if this fails, I'm just done.
Yeah, it's pretty V shape. Again, I will not be taking this one. I'm not trading. Okay. But it looks good.
We do have consumer sentiment, guys, at 10. I don't think it's really going to matter all too much, though. But if you want to fade it because of red
log
folder,
into the news.
I'm hoping the
Log
news
into the
just
news,
propels
baby.
us to the equal highs. That's the thought process. I told my girlfriend that you went to go see Justin Bieber, and guess what her response was to me? Oh, he's muted. 3 minute. I
What?
like the 1 minute more. She goes, I hate him.
Wait, what? Why?
Because it's been like one of her lifelong dreams to go see Justin Bieber, and like I don't know, you just went out on a limb
Oh,
and
she
you just
hates
say,
that.
yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
got
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm so glad I got to see him, bro.
yeah,
Because I mean, he said he doesn't need to even perform, bro.
yeah. We'll probably do a tour, like off of all this publicity or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, am I really about to enter right at news? God, this could be either really good or really bad. We just tagged that 3 minute.
There's the news.
There's the news. I'm gonna wait a sec, I guess.
Did we close above the one?
We
Not even
did.
watching.
We did close above the one, but there's a 3 minute above us that hasn't closed. Do I love Beaver? No. I mean, he's cool. Fine. Well, it's a good thing I didn't enter. Holy. We get the order block now. Maybe I'll take it. Or maybe there's a 30-second. Yeah, there's a 30-second here. I guess if we got that, I'd take it.
Yo, I was gonna ask you a question yesterday at PM stream.
Mm-hmm.
It's about oh yeah, when are you going to Chicago again?
Today.
Okay, what time?
I will be going from like as soon as we're done with stream here, I'm gonna leave. And then I'll be back
Okay,
Sunday. Sunday at like 6, 5 or something.
okay. For some reason, when you're texting me, I thought that I was going to. I thought today was Saturday, so when you sent that thing about the mentorship call, I was pretty confused.
Oh, okay, gotcha. No, no, no. I was talking about for this
But
Saturday because
yeah,
the time zone change puts the call at 8:30, and like if things
yeah,
get crazy with my boys, like I don't want to like wake up hungover and be like, hey guys, how was everyone's week or whatever. So I was just checking in,
yeah,
to see if it was possible we could get that moved. If not, I'd have to be more responsible, obviously, take care of it. But yeah, no, I appreciate
for
it.
sure. Yeah, what is this wick?
Oh,
Holy, is this the equal high run?
got the order block, so I'm hoping so.
Dude, I don't know why this is stalling so much. Sometimes, like, if we have equal highs like this and it's like contract rollover, sometimes it's like contracts has equal highs and one doesn't, but like it's not really applicable right now.
Yeah.
But this is really the only time I ever see that. Like usually these be run right away. I'm just pretty surprised. I guess I'm thinking the draw is probably bearish here, to be honest. I mean, we would have already ran the equal highs by now. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna give it to the end of the
So
macro, and
I'm,
yeah, if we just keep dumping,
I'm thinking
I'll be bearish.
ICT's. I think ICT's right about the draw.
Yeah.
The equal highs are a breaker. It doesn't really matter. I mean, they're still equal highs. They're triple. No, 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 no. It looks like we have a 5 minute at 9:52. We can't break either. So.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just really getting stuck at like every last bearish gap in the leg.
Dude, I'm gonna go on Instagram and everyone's gonna DM me saying, "Why did this fail? Why did this fail?" I'm gonna be like, "Bro, I don't know, man. This is what Friday does."
I haven't taken a trade in so long because I've been trying to be super careful and just lost on that last long we tried, and now I feel so bad. No, I wouldn't really worry about it, man. I think that last long was worth it. The equal highs there are pretty good. Just, be patient, wait for the next high conviction setup, and take that. Numbers, right? Or am I removing the failed trade familiar? Sure, my bad.
What are your plans for Chicago?
No idea. Try and make memories. Might go down to Chinatown, get food, and hang out there for a bit. I want to make content. I want to go to the CME and like do a video there maybe, but that's about it.
Fire. Yeah, I had a really good steakhouse. Chicago is a really good steakhouse.
Yeah.
You probably won't get reservations.
Yeah, probably not. I also don't know like what my friends' budgets look like, so I gotta work
Yeah,
around that.
dude, that's so hard, bro. That's one of the hardest difficulties for me. Like going to hang out with my high school friends and just going to like dinner. I have to pay for them almost every time, which is fine. But like, I
Yeah.
can't wait till like get the money. It's tough for sure.
I mean, I do what I can. Like, I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna pay for all the gas. I pay for the parking.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
help without the, I help out with the rooms. But
Yeah.
is that a news candle? Maybe. No, it's just we're just wicking all over the place.
Yeah, it's just terrible price action. I don't even like. I lost my conviction in equal highs, bro. I don't even think the market cares about them right now.
I still believe.
I mean, they're probably gonna hit. I just right now I don't know when.
Yeah.
I just lost conviction in everything. The price action is just dog shit here. I kind of figured it would be like this. I mean, going into today, we had no drawn liquidity, and it's Friday, and this is just like a recipe for disaster. That's why when I was up 1 hour in that play, I just got over. I'm like, I'm not trading today. Well, I am, but I don't know. I don't want to push it.
Smart. Yeah, I pushed it, and now I'm like sitting at 150. So
Yeah,
that's just fantastic.
hey man, you live and learn.
Yeah. Probably end up like chasing if we can close above this with a mini and just like call
If
it a
we
day after
go
that.
re-hit 224, we could accelerate. But 224 is a protected high, so if we take that out, then that might rip us back up. This is a rejection block. We're literally inside of a rejection block right now. So if we break the rejection block,
Yeah.
that would be bullish. breaking this rejection block would tell me like, hey, okay, maybe the market now wants to go for the eagle highs because then we use the rejection blocks in inversion. Okay, so there's a rejection block break.
I mean, this held bullish order flow.
Yeah. It's really gotta push here though. We gotta get a giant candle here. It's also 10:09 macro runs in 10 seconds or in a minute, so we gotta run it in the next couple of candles. We should get a giant candle here from right.
Yeah, 30 seconds gonna close over.
Yeah, pretty good candle here. Let's see how this closes though. Draw the trend line on the 1 minute.
This 1 minute actually technically never failed. This 1 minute.
Yeah, I know. The 1 minute's still playing out. We just ran into a trend line though on the 1 minute.
Yep.
And it kind of sucks that the macro ended because you really want that to be ran. So you gotta hit that. We gotta re-hit that high one more time. The high that we just put in, or else it's not gonna hit. We're not gonna have enough fuel to go hit the equal highs.
Yeah, we're stuck in that last gap in the leg. So same thing as earlier. We tapped into this one, rejected it. Hit this one, rejected it. Really got to break that. That's great.
All right, that's a really good sign. That's a really
really
good candle. Come on. Just gotta domino through this trend line, man. If we close above this 240 level, we're also creating that CISD of that last down leg.
Yeah, the 5 minute there. That's not going to close for their 3. We'll probably just hit the high if we get the close now.
Yeah.
We get the 3 minute, I guess. Maybe the 2 minute here.
Get a 1 minute order block there. It's a good sign.
Guys, I'm making dumb decisions. That's all I'm going to say. I'm making dumb decisions.
We should run this. Come on, please. Please. $15 more points. It should spike over here, guys. $10 points. Come on, come on, come on. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Should do it here.
There we go.
Bang. Bang.
All right, guys. Let's not talk about this. Let's just pretend today didn't happen.
Bro,
right?
I know everyone's ass just revenge traded.
let's just not talk about today. I mean, I'm up fat, but at what cost?
Bro, I told you it was 100% winner play, bro.
Well, I ended up making 3K on the pundits today, so we're doing okay.
Yeah, type 1 if you're green, but you're revenge traded. Bro, there's no way those were hitting, bro. I'm sorry.
what did I see today? I like 27,060. Guys, don't we all like 27,060 here?
Yeah. Dude. Fuck, man.
Why isn't the end dog a target? Because in order for something to become a target that we would consider, we first need to address the conflicting draw, and if order flow doesn't align with that target, then it's not something we really care about. So order flow this morning, for the most part, was bullish. I mean, obviously when we came down here and we got like a market structure shift and price was disrespecting bullish inverses and whatever, like that was bearish. But when we came down and we tapped the 1 hour and had a good reaction, had 10 a.m. reversal, we switched order flow on that 1 minute inverse. Okay. So this right here was basically the only time it was bearish order flow. But then once we hit the 1 hour, we were right back bullish. The higher time frame this whole morning was bullish. So lower time frame switched a bunch. Higher time frame was kind of the condition. I remember saying at the beginning of the day that the only way that I'd become bearish here is if the 1 hour inversed. Obviously the 1 hour held. So we were just bullish order flow all morning. You guys remember me saying that about the 1 hour?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I said this morning my dream scenario was like a Judas swing down, right? To target the 1 hour unfilled gap and then a move up. Is that what we got today? So yeah, the second 1 hour, yeah, exactly. Just a little weird delivery, right? The other thing too that we talked about was that time frame alignment, right? If the long here failed, it was because time didn't necessarily align with it. And of course, when we get the long that works, when does it trigger? Right? Right at 10 a.m. So the importance of time, right? Bias, momentum, time model. But yeah, after that, there's probably not going to be anything else because in order to get like a really good draw here, we'd have to engineer liquidity again, which we've already done once this morning. It's very uncommon that we see price engineered liquidity twice in one session and us be able to retarget it. You revenge traded? Yeah, I might have revenge traded too. Don't worry about it. I don't know. I don't know if this is considered a revenge trade. I waited till we got the model when I took trades, so I don't think that's revenge trading. I was following my rules, but I just probably took too many trades this morning. Was it? I took one win, three break evens, a loss, and then a win that I pyramided. So okay, nice Fahrenheit. Honestly, just time. Time came in right. So like I just said, time wasn't aligned when we were first getting these longs. But as soon as we get the Judas swing down, address the conflicting draw of the unfilled 1 hour, and then get the 10 a.m. reversal, that's really what took us, right? Remember the saying, right? It's always time and price. It's not just price itself. It's not just time, right? It's time. So when we have both of them aligned, that's usually when we get the best setups. We need to sweep those relative equal lows first? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, these ones down here. The conflicting draw. Why did the 3 minute long go break even? I don't know, because the close was really high. Technically, the 1 minute here was invalid, but I don't know. That to me was pretty beach. Did I revenge short? No, no, no. We normally wait for all gaps in the leg, but I really like the delivery off previous day high. Me too. I really like the delivery off of the 1 hour. Yeah, I liked everything there about the long. The only thing I didn't like was the delivery, but everything else was really good. Specifically, like when we were respecting this 1 minute, I was like, okay, this should be good. But yeah, throughout this whole entire sequence, I never once risked more than I'd made on the first trade. If today would have ended up being a break even because of the stupidity of me trying to target the equal highs, so be it. But I had a lot of conviction in those hitting. So but yeah, if you guys are frustrated at all because that was confusing or whatever, I totally understand because like how do you even get in this, right? Like we're so choppy, whatever. Um I think one way to simplify it in your head so that you have a better understanding of what to do next time might be to simply just ignore the entry model and just simply focus on liquidity. Like what makes sense in terms of liquidity here for price? Does it make more sense for us to go down after we get like a pretty decent bullish V shape off of a 1 hour? Or does it make more sense to go up and target the equal highs, which in my mind are an A plus draw on liquidity? So that's a way you can kind of justify it in your head. Specifically too, I think I said when we got the 1 minute order block, we would be in good shape, and maybe that threw you off because we got the 1 minute order block but then violated it. And I think there is just like the best representation of bad delivery. When we get this order block, this should not be violated. This should be respected and we should go up. So the fact that we come down and we rerun the low just does not make any sense. Have I ever used order flow? Not order flow concepts in the traditional sense. I mostly just focus on what PD rays are being respected and disrespected, and that's my interpretation of order flow. Because usually, like, it aligns with what I am, would see on Bookmap or whatever. But yeah, Bookmap I've heard is good. Kind of just up to you. I think it's a little bit too much noise for me personally, and I have a system that works for me, allowed me to become profitable, and so I don't want to alter that system with anything else. Are we still bullish? No, I'd say we're neutral right now. I don't really know where price wants to go because there's not really a good draw on liquidity now. Can you please explain to me why do you think that long I was talking about before failed? I just want to understand, well, oh, the 1 minute? I don't think you made any mistake. I think that was a fine 1 minute long. I think maybe the reason why it failed is because at this point when we inverse this 1 minute to the downside and then we see price inversing a gap back up, an opposing gap, and we hold the 30-second, this is just a sign that price delivery isn't really like order flow is kind of unknown. So whenever order flow is unknown, you can't form a bias, and when you can't form a bias, you can't take a trade. So maybe that's why the 1 minute fails, right? Um Obviously, like if you have a lot of conviction, you might still take it, but yeah, typically you don't want to see price inversing fair value gaps both ways, right? Like this is what you want to see: price coming back up, inversing bearish gaps, respecting bullish, right? That's good. That's good order flow. That's good delivery. This is unclear. Ah, it's okay, Jordan. It's all relative, right? So like we're talking about, okay, you have 40% win rate and your drawdown has fallen, but like over what time period, right? Like over the long run, your win rate's going to be between 60 and 70% if you follow the model. So the long run isn't 2 weeks. The long run is years. I'm tired of buying evals. I think we all are. I hate buying evals. But I also know it's a cost of doing business. So what do I think of the 3 minute at 9:39? Um we didn't close above, so never triggered, right? Close to the tick. But I would have never taken that. It's not obvious enough. Okay. I know everyone has a lot of questions, but I told you guys earlier in the week that I would do this like little tiny class on draw and liquidity. Do we still want to do that, or would you guys rather me answer questions? I am recording, yeah. Okay. You want to see my executions? I posted them. Yeah. Okay. So you guys have a very, you know, baseline. Where are the recordings? There's a Google Doc with them. But yeah, we have a very easy baseline interpretation of like what good, you know, draws and liquidity are, right? So I'm just gonna list them off in order of like worst to best. Gonna make sure I'm not missing. Uh, so this is where me and Dodgy differ the most. It's our interpretation of equal highs and equal lows. Um, but yeah, this is just like the list of like all the different draws and liquidity, right? This is what I used to call the hierarchy of draws, and I still call it that. But this is like the baseline understanding, right? With no subjectivity involved, as like what's the best draws and liquidity, what's the worst, right? Can we all agree on this? Does anybody disagree with anywhere where I put anything? This is in order of best to worst. Relative equal highs slash lows. Oh, true. Relative equal highs slash lows, I would put. I'll explain. I'll explain. But like normal, like the ones that you're talking about, I'd probably put like in the same category as here. Okay. Okay. So LRLR low resistant liquidity run exactly. In which time frame should I look for the draw of the equal lows slash equal highs? We'll get to that. Okay. So all your questions will be answered. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page as far as this being like a pretty decent understanding of like the order in which we see draw and liquidity, right? If we're all good with that, then we can move on. If not, and there needs to be clarification, I want to address that. Okay. Sounds like we're all good. I will now show you guys the point of this class today, which is to break down all of these different draws on liquidity into 3 different tiers. Okay. So we have them listed in order of worst to best, but now we can break these down into a subjective rating of which are the best and the way and the reason why we would break it down into tiers and how we can use that, for our trading and whatever, right? So number 1 is always going to be data wicks, right? But something that's important to note is if the wick takes a low slash high inside a gap or it isn't pronounced, it's less important, okay? It can still be important, but you really want like a pronounced, good quality data wick, okay? So this is what I'm going to be talking about in this class, right? It's the subjectivity behind all of the draws on liquidity and how to basically determine like in live time if this is something that needs more confluences behind it, if this is something that needs a better model behind it versus something that you can just kind of take, whatever, right? Recorded? Absolutely. Okay. Number 2, higher time frame, equal highs. What about 930 wick? We'll get to that. That kind of falls under session liquidity. Higher time frame, equal highs slash lows. Okay, is like the best of the best, right? But what's important to distinguish here is these are going to be separated, okay? And the more, obviously, the better, right? So you want these equal highs to be on swing points. Needs to be on swing points, right? Because the whole point of draw on liquidity is we want basically areas in price that are liquidity pools. and we want multiple liquidity pools in the exact same spot. The only exception to that rule is the data wick, right? But even there, we play into it a little bit with the taking a low or high inside of a gap, right? Because taking a low or high inside of a gap represents as price taking liquidity and removing a liquidity pool. Each time price takes liquidity, we're eliminating a liquidity pool, right? So I'll put this at the top. These ratings are broken down by the strength and amount of liquidity pools present with the draw. Okay. Number 3 is LRLR, right? Needs to be separated, right? Algorithmic. So think like trend line. And then the best like example that I can give for it, since you know we're all visual learners here, is this. This is like A plus trend line liquidity, LRLR liquidity, right? Each of these lows is separated, okay? But we're within the same price neighborhood, okay? So like each of these lows is within like 10 points, and there's no roadblocks in the way for price to run this, right? So we'll add that, right? No roadblocks between swings. Lows need to be close together or close in context. Okay, so like depending on the volatility, depending on you know where VIX is at, sometimes our ranges will be bigger, which allows you to kind of broaden, right? How close those swing points need to be. If we're in a traditional day though, like very typical normal trading day, you know, 200 to 300 point range, whatever, that is going to be like 10 points most of the time. You know, within 10 points, obviously there's a little bit of give, like if it makes sense, but 10 points is kind of going to be, you know, your difference between the swing points because that allows the LRLR to be run in succession, right? Oftentimes what I see people doing with LRLR is they'll mark out any trend line or anything that could be considered a trend line and be like, oh yeah, this is liquidity, right? You know, whatever. But once again, going back to this idea that these ratings are broken down by the strength and amount of liquidity pools present, if we're thinking about price in the context of, okay, liquidity pools are formed at swing points because that's where people place their stop losses, then where are people placing their stop losses in this range here, right? Obviously, probably at this low, and maybe at this low, right? So we only have like really two true liquidity pools here, but everything else, I mean, like, are people really placing their stop losses there and there? Probably not. So that's why like that LRLR there isn't as important. But if we look at this LRLR, right? Swing point, swing point, swing point, swing point, swing point, right? All of that is a liquidity pool, right? Because as price goes up here, people are placing stop losses here. As price goes up here, people are placing stop losses here, right? So there's a lot of liquidity all in the same like price neighborhood. Okay. No roadblocks means like no fair value gaps. You know. Or like PD arrays. That's probably a better definition. Okay. Number 4, unfilled new day opening gap, right? One giant liquidity pool. Like liquidity inefficiency, right? Better way to put it. Okay. So much in the same way that a data wick is just one area on price that's very inefficiently traded, new day opening gap is the same thing, right? Usually it'll get filled. That's important to note. Usually it gets filled. Yesterday's BS was LRLR for sure. Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, yesterday's was decent. Okay, so now we kind of move into the next tier, right? Next tier is like going to be probably starting with your unfilled higher time frame gaps, right? So like this morning with the unfilled 1 hour, right? The 2 liquidity pools here. So like all of these up here have like several liquidity pools all in the same spot, right? Each equal high created represents a liquidity pool. If that equal high aligns with an unfilled gap, that's a liquidity pool itself. So like there can be a lot of liquidity pools in each of these, right? Usually, right, we can denote this as 3 plus liquidity pools. Okay. 2/3 plus liquidity pools. It's like data wicks sometimes don't have that liquidity pools, but yeah. B plus is usually 2 liquidity pools, right? So unfilled higher time frame gaps are just like anything 15-minute plus, and the more obvious the better, right? Usually aligns with an area that would make sense for a retracement. Number 6, session liquidity. So this is where we get into like Asia high, Asia low. London, New York AM, etc. Right? This is also like your 9:30 wick. This is also your midnight open, whatever else. But yeah, these Asia high, London high, previous day low, all that, right? All that is going to be usually lining up with like specifically like previous day high and previous day low often aligned with a higher time frame gap. So that's where we'll see like a 1 hour, 4 hour daily gap made. So that's like where you get your 2 liquidity pools at, right? You get the swing point and the fair value gap. Number 7, you have highs / lows inside higher time frame gaps / obvious gaps. Okay. So can somebody tell me why this specifically would have 2 liquidity pools? What are the 2 liquidity pools? See if you guys are starting to pay attention, starting to put it together. Yeah, the swing and the gap, right? Exactly. So the low represents as the swing point, and then usually if you go up the time frame or whatever, there's probably a gap there as well. So yeah, pronounced, right? That's important. Now C, this is where you have like your 1 liquidity pool, right? So side by side equal highs, right? Why would side by side equal highs be considered 1 liquidity pool? It's only 1 swing, exactly. The highs here are often only formed at 1 swing. So often what this means is in order for these side-by-side equal highs to become important, or the relative equal lows or relative equal highs to become important, we need to see another liquidity or draw liquidity in that same spot, right? So that's why, to me, side-by-side aren't as important. Lower time frame unfilled gaps, they're kind of the same thing. Pretty self-explanatory, don't really have to do much explanation there. I guess I'll just say like more obvious the better. And then internal liquidity, it's just a single swing point.
Yo, how long?
Sorry.
How long? Are you gonna be done soon with this?
All right, my headphones are back on. What's going on?
Are you gonna be done with this?
Yeah,
I want to interrupt.
yeah, this is it.
How do you get code the rival and gold?
Wait, what?
How do you get code reliable and gold?
Code reliable on in gold. Oh, okay. You go to the watermark, and you go to title color, change it to whatever.
And okay. Are you done with this lesson? Or are you
Yeah.
gonna keep teaching?
I mean, I was just gonna wrap it up and take questions, but yeah, I mean,
I wrap it up, and then I have to ask a question.
okay, sure. All right, guys. So this is kind of the gist. By the way, we're getting like a random news scandal here. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, this is basically the gist of my understanding of liquidity, kind of how I break it down. And essentially, the better the draw on liquidity, right? The more liquidity pools that are present in the same area, the less confluences I have to have in order to have a high probability play. So that's how you kind of use it to your advantage when trading, right? If you have maybe like a B tier entry model mechanical setup, but you're targeting like an A plus draw, like that to me is still high probability. If you're trying to target a C tier liquidity pool, but your entry model isn't that good either, that's probably not a takeable play. Maybe that's more of an eval play. If you have an A plus setup though, and it aligns with time and has good momentum, then it's still like a higher probability setup. So that's kind of how you would use it, right? Worse setups, lower confluences, you can target this. Better setups, more confluences, you can target this. Okay. And then B is obviously, a good middle ground. So that's it. Questions? Anything? Yeah. Hopefully that wasn't too long. Hope I didn't ramble for too long there. But yeah, this will be recorded. Was today's equal highs considered? Yeah, so triple equal highs. That's going to be, obviously really good. I think they were on the 15-minute too. So yeah, those would be considered, I think, an A plus draw. What am I wearing? Right now I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts. But yeah, okay, cool. That's it. All right, Dodgy, take it over. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Sammy.
Hey man, good lesson.
Oh, thanks, man.
Okay, question.
Okay.
Very important.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any final changes I should make to my Cybertruck route?
Yeah, dude, you just forgot to put code reliable instead of code dodgy. That's the only thing.
Okay, what else? What else?
I don't know.
Does that look clean? Does that look clean? What do you guys think?
Would you
It
wrap
looks better
the
than all the
rims,
other ones.
or would you like anodize them or
I'm
something?
gonna get custom rims. I'm
Okay.
gonna get custom rims, I think.
Sure. Maybe like red tint.
I'm trying to make it corny on purpose, like an all-out marketing corny thing, but like not ugly. Like, dude, some people were sending me some ugly ass ones.
Yeah.
Like this one. Dude, I heard some for Fiverr. This is what they sent me for $100. I'm like,
Damn.
what the heck? It's so bad. Like, that's ass. But I was getting so many ass ones.
Yeah. Did you give them a color scheme, or did they just go like and not even?
No,
give
they
a
just I did give them a color scheme. They just didn't listen.
Hmm.
Someone sent me that. It's just ugly, dude.
Are you gonna wrap the mirrors?
I don't know.
Because those don't have anything on them.
I don't know. Yeah, it's all AI. Is there any designer here who thinks there needs to be any changes? I'm gonna put IPG.com in the back. Like,
What does the hood look like?
I don't know yet.
I would just
I
put your
think the hood.
logo.
I'm just gonna put it. Yeah, I'm gonna put a giant logo. I think.
Code dodgy around the wheels. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, I want to do custom wheels with dodging the wheels.
On the tires, I meant.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're good. No, really like complaints of. No really complaints. Good. Oh, also, do you guys see the donut on the wheel?
Wait, I didn't see
On the
that.
Open up the window.
Oh yeah, I do see that. That's cool, dude. What if you just made the tires donuts?
Dude, how would I?
I don't know,
Oh,
like sidewalls or something.
I mean, maybe.
Donuts for wheels, man. That's so funny. Yeah, no, I like that though. I like that. In the windows, it's not really obvious. You kind of have to pay attention.
Yeah. All right, I'll see you guys later.
All right,
Peace.
man. See you later.
When am I getting the SVJ? I should get an SVJ right now if I wanted to, but there's no point. Like, what's the point, bro? My Lambo's already good, and I don't really drive it that much. I'm not really the type of guy to flex a car. Like, if I were to flex a car, I'd get an SVJ. If I made like another like milli maybe, then I'd get one. But like, I'd rather be smart with my money, invest in property and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna get a what? No, I don't know about that. Imagine how many more courses I could sell. One, I don't sell a course. And two, you'd get more idiots in this live train, bro. They go, dude has an SVJ. I'm gonna join. They don't even know what a fair value gap is. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like post my Lambo. I got a DM yesterday. Somebody goes, "Hello, sir. What is your win rate that signals?" I didn't respond. Like, so, all right. Thank you, Reliable, for covering. Appreciate you, bro. I'll be back Monday. Monday, I'm going to be streaming with Benjamin SMC. It's another trader. He trades the same as me. He just trades like the 2022 model. So,
Cool.
but you're surprised my Discord isn't more popular than PJ's? Remember, yeah. Bro, PJ just has an older audience. He looks older and more experienced, and I can't change that. So that's why it's so easy for him. If I was like 35 right now and I looked like PJ with wrinkles on my face, I'd probably be doing much better. So I don't really know what to say. These 2K people alive, that's crazy. And he doesn't even, dude, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah, it's like 200K a month just from Discord. I only make like 50K a month from my Discord. And after, yeah, only because it's freaking tax and then it's also WAP fees. So
No, we don't pay
it's like,
taxes, right, Dodgy? We don't do that stuff.
all right, well, I'll see you guys later.
All right, man. Well, guys. Oh, wait. We are kind of getting what looks like could be an inverse. Oh, yeah, 30-second right here. But I don't even know what your draw on liquidity would be. Come do London meetup. Well, eventually, yeah. I plan on traveling a lot more at the end of this year and a lot more in 2027. I'm actually no, I wouldn't stay at your parents' house, but I appreciate the offer. I wouldn't want to be a burden to you guys, and I would obviously just take care of my own housing situation. But yeah, no, that's very generous, man. I appreciate it. Oh, dude, we can be friends. Just I don't need to sleep at your parents' house to be your friend, right? We'll go get a drink at the pub or whatever. But yeah, unfortunately, guys, I won't be able to upload this until like probably Sunday night because I won't be able to render and upload it because I'll be gone.
Wait, one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about the top set update real quick.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people are complaining about the top stuff update, but to be honest, the only way I trade top stuff at this point and would be like if I was trading like 100 million funded accounts and I wanted to trade like 100 million in 500 accounts, then maybe I'd add like 5 accounts to the mix for top stuff. But that's like the only way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's like the only way I'd probably trade top stuff now. type one, if that makes sense. But if I was trading like honestly like 999 million, I probably would have. I would probably want to. It had to be like 100 billion, and then if I wanted to like add just 5 accounts of 100 billion accounts, I was already copy trading. Like maybe I'd trade it, but would you agree, Reliable?
There's no buffer, right, on Top Step?
No.
Okay, then yeah, I agree. I mean, if you really think about it, it's just they're just going to like the industry standard. Technically, Lucid and Tradeify have the same payout cap now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really a big deal. It just makes them worse, you know, because you can't trade evade with them.
Yeah. For sure.
But I mean, they're really just like the same as everyone else. They're just copying Lucid and Tradeify. Like honestly, I don't really mind the update. Like this is pretty much Top Step, right? It's 5 days of 150, and then no buffer. There's no consistency on funded, right? Yeah, they were better before technically because you had a bigger payout cap, but I think they cost more. So it depended if you wanted to have a bigger payout cap and spend more money. Now they cost less, so now it's about the same. We're neutral right now, Sammy, I'd say, but I'd probably be leaning bullish. So these are Top Steps rules, right? On payout. I mean on eval there's consistency, right? There's 50%. Yeah, so but there's no consistency on funded, right? So like these are the benefits, right? This is all funded. The drawbacks are Top Step X, Michael Paddock, cost. No. Yeah, now it's 100% the same. Before, I think they were like 120. Before they were like 120 to buy an eval. Or 109. Yeah, so that was the same. They cost the same as Tradeify. But Lucid's still cheaper. But it's only $10. So it's kind of like up to you. Tradeify is now 100% cheaper than Top Step because they have the 5% off when you bundle 5 accounts. See, here's the problem. Like their reputation is just like terrible now. Because they keep changing the rules. But I don't really think this change was as bad as the last one. This is fine. Like realistically, it's not that big a deal. I would just prioritize Lucid still first over Top Step because why would you pay more for the same thing? You know? But yeah, realistically, they're about the same. And if you don't really care about the Top Step X issues, then really they're not a bad option. I think it's an overreaction. That's kind of my thought. Evals used to be $50 for 50Ks, but you had to pay $150 to activate them, so they were way more expensive. Honestly, you guys don't know how good you have it right now. Evals today are probably cheaper than they were when I first started. Yeah, I had to only buy Apex evals when they were $20, but then I had to activate them for $160. I was spending to activate an eval like $800 each time I would activate a group of 5 on Apex. That sucked. It's currently 120. I thought it was right now 69. Don't they have like a promo right now? It's 120. Dude, I swear it's like cheaper. Only $69 one-time fee. Yeah, for 50K intraday PA. Unless did that end? No, that hasn't ended. It's $69 right now. Yeah, there was a while there where the activation fee on those evals was like literally dirt cheap. It was so cheap. What's some advice to increase win rate? Taking setups at the extremities of the range. So all the plays that lost today were from inside the range. The play that won was from the extremity, right? The lowest point of the session. So if you stick to that, you'll probably win more. Exactly, yeah. Just get out of the internal range, stick to the external. But yeah, guys, I'd love to sit here and answer questions all day long. You guys have really great questions. You guys have been an awesome audience today. But I do have to wrap up. I know it's not exactly 11, but I really don't think we're going to get anything else today. So if you guys would not mind, I'd like to get off early here so that I can get ready for my friends to show up and head out to Chicago. Align it with time, Cayman. But yeah, I will catch y'all Monday. Peace out. 10 picks? All right, I will. I'll probably make a video and upload it next week, but we'll see. All right. Adios.